Are you gonna show me the dress or not?
Be right there.
Get a move on. If you hurry up, I can give you an honest, unbiased opinion. And you'll still have time to return it before the mall closes tonight.
Well, Ma, what do you think?
Pussycat, you look sensational.
You really think so, Ma?
I really think so. I've never seen you look so beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Ma.
Who's the designer? He deserves a Nobel Prize for miracles.
Why do I even ask you?
I'm your mother. I'm going to tell you whether you ask me or not. By the way, the sleeves are too long.
No, I'll ask Rose to shorten them.
If you can find her. Ever since that guy hit town, she spends most of her time out polishing his shillelagh.
Ma, Rose and Buddy are just friends.
Sure. And Michael Jackson was born with that cleft in his chin.
Girls, just wait until you see the little number I picked up at the museum basket. Here I come.
I don't believe it.
It can't be.
Hey, don't panic. Pick up one for Rose so you can go as the pointer sister.
I thought you were going to wear something out of your closet.
Well, I was, but as it turned out, nothing fit me.
Well, what did you expect, Blanche? Last weekend you ate so many pudding pops, you could have built the Eiffel Tower from the sticks.
That is not what I meant. I meant everything just hangs on me.
Of course it does. That's why you have to cover it with a dress.
What are we going to do about this?
We are not going to do anything. Blanche, it has taken me a whole month to find this dress. You are simply going to have to take yours back.
Oh, Dorothy, be reasonable. This dress looks so much better on me than it does on you.
Hi, girls. Oh, I love your dress.
I am not taking mine back.
I am not taking mine back.
Girls, I really need to talk to
Dorothy,
you.
this is crazy. Since when do you care how you look?
I think it started when I came down from the bell tower and had my hump fixed.
Buddy's going back to Boston on Saturday.
This dress looks sensational on me. People expect to see me in a sensational dress.
Well, what do they expect to see me in? A yarmulke and a hefty bag?
He wants me to go with him, to live with him. Oh, and I think I might.
We get into it.
It's a hot minute since I've covered the Duchess sucks. Let's get into these Reddit snark comments, shall we? Balenciaga hired a Clydesdale to walk in their stilettos. I was watching a view of going into a venue and it's apparent that she is in a lot of pain and despises wearing heels. I would imagine that she is extremely uncomfortable and is praying that her shoes do not fall off. First, I want to address why she is walking like a person with a pair of unlaced work boots on, why she is leaning forward from the waist up, why her head is jutting forward, and why she is sauntering back and forth after each step. She has bunions and this means that the foot near the toes is wider. I can assure you that Balenciaga shoes are not made for comfort, support, or for people with feet issues like Meghan has. So, in order to even get her foot into the slender stilettos, she has to order a shoe that is a couple of sizes larger. And because they are heels, as she walks, her foot is sliding further down into the shoe, leaving a huge gap at the back as she walks. She is literally clamping along hoping that she can keep the shoes on. This means that she has to really try to keep those shoes on by digging the heels in, and pushing her foot back up into the shoe. This would explain why she has to hold on to people for dear life when she is wearing heels. She has to walk so slowly because those shoes may come off at any time because they are too big. Zoolander Megsy needs to realize that she is just not cut out to wear high fashion. I know in her mind that she is a supermodel, but this is a typical trait of a narc with personality and behavioral issues. The fashion houses should all cotton on. Dior did not want her representing them. All this was publicity and Balenciaga needed attention. Meghan can bring attention, but it's not good attention. Meghan Markle is no fashion icon and will never be. Joan Rivers was spinning in her grave the other night. She would have had a field day with the overdressed toga look. She never ceases to make clothing look frumpy, wrinkled, ill-fitted, and she is simply too short for clothing to hang beautifully on her, and clearly can't walk properly in heels. LMAO, literally zero fans screaming her name, wanting selfies, nor wanting autographs. Face it, Meghan, Balenciaga, Kering. Megsy ain't no Zendaya, and she certainly isn't being styled by an icon like Law Roach. Didn't Rochelle stake her claim on Jamie Mizrahi? LOL, then why has Jamie Mizrahi posted nothing about Meghan on her own socials when she constantly posts about B-listers she styles 24/7? Also, serves her right for openly laughing at a model on that runway. She can barely walk herself, and to top it all off, her non-legs 4 days, clipper walk is awkward, try hard AF. Legs for minutes, and ankles to snap like linguine. Excellent points. She has some nerve laughing at a 6-foot supermodel who was probably wearing crazy shoes and having to walk on the runway while keeping her head up, staring straight ahead with hundreds of eyes on her. Karma will come for MM, it may not be tomorrow, but it will come. Zendaya could have rocked that entire outfit and heels magnificently. It would have been chef's kiss. She is tall, thin, and I bet her feet could slide into those stilettos. I do not know why they bothered with Markle. She is like the last person that I would pick. Look at her fashion track record. Rancid. His sad performance also highlights what an underachiever, nepo coaster, nepo wife she is. Literally none of these brands' fashion people would have cared who she was during her 6th on the call sheet Suits days, and she has 2 failed podcasts, critically, publicly panned net flops shows, and paid for minor folksmanitarian awards under her nepo-failing upwards belt. No A-list level achievements to speak of. Nothing she has achieved is because of the skill set she has, or rather simply doesn't have. Every benefit she has gotten is because of her being a queen's grandson, king's duty dodger son, or dodgy Marcus being her fixer. Every other celeb hyper-viral influencer at these shows actually have huge fan bases, an impressive CV, and the ability to pay for security, glam teams, professional stylists themselves, since their bankable talent means they are genuinely financially independent. We all know what Meghan's IMDb looks like: minor roles, tumbleweeds, and one-off flops. She has truly exposed herself as a taxpayer, elderly abusive, freebie begging, lady who lunches and micromanages her kids with US corporations, despite claiming to have moved her kids to give them privacy, safety, says the woman who monetizes with Demna's Balenciaga and a normal upbringing. Congratulations, Meghan, you played yourself. Your popularity scores are not going up from here. You just confirmed how money, attention, fame whorish your yacht barnacle ass truly is. You can tell by the way she is walking that she is gripping the shoe with her toes to keep it from falling off. The thing is, she has really become very basic in clothing and how she looks. She looks like an old lady now, for the most part. The shoes are far too big for her. Look at the gap between the counter of the shoe, the bit supposed to contact your heel, and her heel. She also wears shoes that have a very low vamp, the front part of the shoe. She has very long toes, and with the low vamp, she walks out of the shoe. She overpronates too, the bunions, rolling her feet inwards, so lack of shoe support will exacerbate this. She will be clawing her toes like crazy to keep those shoes on, which will affect her gait. She has, in addition, generally poor posture, poor muscle tone, and has a rather unfit, slim through medication and disordered eating rather than through physical training, like Catherine, physique. All of the above, plus not knowing how to walk in heels. Even models have to be taught how to do this, and it's not easy. Result in her cloppy gait here. Guys, as always, leave your comments down below.
We get into it.
Yeah. Strike pose, Duchess. Show us confusion couture. I'm too fancy for my dress, too fancy for this mess, too fancy for the palace life, too chic to take advice. I'm too fancy for my coat, that trench could float a boat. Too fancy for my hat, it's giving flying saucer flat. I'm too fancy for good taste, too couture for waste to waste. I'm too Meghan for my own brand, too glam to understand. I'm too fancy for that beige, neutrals on my stage, too bold for subtle grace, too smug to match my lace. I'm too fancy for my shoes, they scream Floyd breaking news. Too pricey for my scenes, my style is lost in memes. I'm too fancy for good taste, too much drama on my face, too Dior to get it right, to Markle day or night. I pose in cream, I pout in tan. Oops, wrong decade, ma'am. That cape's a curtain, that belt's a crime. And yes, beige again this time. I'm a model, no, really I am. My closet's chaos, not a plan. I'm walking, strut, strut, strut. I'm walking, strut, strut, strut. I'm walking confusion land. I'm too fancy for my crown, so I threw that tiara down to Hollywood to plan fashion flop on trend. I'm too fancy for my sleeves, they billow like follies, too chic for daytime lighting, to Markle it's a sight. I'm too fancy for good taste, too couture to play it safe, too dramatic to match your hue, beige on beige, deja vu. I'm too fancy for this rain, every outfit fair game. I'm too fancy, you can't relate. I'm Meghan Markle, fashion's fade. Yes, I'm very fancy, just not very good.